Hi everyone, this is Mr. Ong from Asterie Tuition Center. Today we are going to touch about Maths chapter called indices. So here are the formulas, these are the laws of indices. So over here we will start with what is an index. An index is something with a base and a power. So it is usually represented as a to power n. So for example, 5 to power 3, this is an index. So what are the terms for each of them? This 3 is the power and this 5 is the base. Okay, so without further ado, here are the laws of indices. So a to power n times a to power n is equals to a to power m plus n. So when you multiply indices together, if they are of the same base, then you add their powers. So for example, 2 to power 3 times 2 to power 4. What will this give you? This will give you 2 to power 7. Okay? So next will be division of indices with same base. So if you have a to power n divided by a to power n, what will it give you? You subtract the powers. So if you divide your indices, you will get a to power n minus n. So for example, 2 to power 5 divided by 2 to power 3, what will this give you? This will give you 2 to power 2. Okay? So what happens if your indices are bracket, you have a bracket and they have an external power. So what you do will be to multiply the power inside. Okay? So a to power n bracket n is equals to a to power n. So brief example, 2 to power 5 bracket 4. Okay, so what will be the answer for this? This will give you not 29, this will give you 2 to power 20. Okay, so one easy one. Any base to power 0 will give you 1. Okay, any base to power 0 will give you 1. So for example, 2 to power 0, this gives you 1. 5 to power 0, this also will give you 1. Okay, so next up will be a times b, the whole thing bracket to a power n. What will this give you? This will give you a to power n times b to power n. Okay, so for example, 3 times 4 to power 5. So this, if you open it up, you will get 3 to power 5 times 4 to power 5. Got it? So if you have a division and they have an external power, okay, what you do is you multiply the power in as in the above, as similar to the above case. So your a over b to power n is equals to an over bn. So for example, 3 over 4 to power 2. This will give you 3 to power 2 over 4 to power 2. Okay, so far? So all these are your positive indexes. So what happens if you encounter negative powers? So like a to power minus n. Okay, so pay special attention to this because a lot of people forget this. So a to power minus n, whenever you have a negative power, is an indication that you inverse, meaning take 1 and divide the whole thing. Okay, so for example, a to power minus n is equals to 1 over a to power n. Notice that the negative sign disappears because you have taken 1 to divide by the whole index. So example, 3 to power minus 4. What will it give you? It will just simply to remove the minus sign, get rid of the minus sign by dividing the whole thing by 1. Take 1 and divide the whole function. So you will have 1 over 3 to power 4. Okay, so what is next? You have a over b to power minus n. So you roughly know what to do with the power n, but what do you do with the negative? So if you remember from the formula just now, if you have a negative power, take the inverse. Okay, so for example, 3 to power 4, 3 over 4 to power minus 6. It will give you step by step to get rid of the negative power, inverse the whole thing. So you have 4 over 3. This will be equal, this will be power positive 6. Then from then on, you can multiply the power in. So you have 4 to power 6 over 3 to power 6. Lastly, we have our fractional powers. Okay, so for example, this one is root to base n and a to power m. Okay, so this will be written as a to power m over n. Your root will be the denominator. Your power will be the numerator. So an example will be like this. So for example, root to base 6, okay, then 64 to power 2. So how do you represent this in terms of a fractional index? You will write it like this. This will be 64 to power, this is the root, so the root will be the denominator. So you have over 6. What over 6? Since this is power 2, you write 2. If it is 1, you will write 1, and so on and so forth. But the power will be the numerator, the root will be the denominator. Okay? So take a moment to digest all these formulas. In the next video, you will see me do some examples to help you understand all these formulas. Thank you for watching.